Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
AT Sippers, hope you guys are doing good. So this Katt Williams interview with Club Shay Shay, aka Shannon Sharpe, is literally the gift that keeps on giving. There are a lot of people in their feelings. There are people coming out having Katt's back. So I'm going to go ahead and try and break everything down here. So if you guys did not know, you know, Katt Williams said some things against Michael Blackston. And Michael Blackson definitely feels away. So I want y'all to go ahead and watch this clip really quick.
What do they say when a guy shoots the air ball in the NBA? They say air ball to make sure everybody knows. But again, he still got to get back on D.
Right.
Like the game didn't end. He don't get to throw his hands up and sulk.
Right.
That's supposed to be used as a learning experience. Most comedians don't get booed enough. I mean, this is how you end up with a Michael Blackson who's a real African doing a fake African accent. Okay, this guy is mad at me. All I did was give him the best advice of his life. Remember, he was wearing dirty dashikis. And I told him he needed to dress to be in the position that he's trying to say that he's in. And if you're the African king of comedy, sir, there's actually comedians in Africa doing comedy. If you're going to say that, you got to go to Africa and get a school, dude. Everybody got, you got to put in some work. And these guys, they take my advice, they change their whole persona, and then they hate me for it. And generally, I'm just too big to comment or make a statement about it or do a live or any of that. But when it gets to be a whole grouping of these guys, I gotta come and talk to Shannon.
All right, so you guys just saw what he said about Michael Blackson. So this is Michael Blackston's response to Katt Williams. He says, Katt Williams is a very smart midget nigga. He took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we can all respond and make him relevant again. I can't believe this lying, dehydrated leprechaun said he told me to build a school. Laughed my ass off. I only built a free school so kids can whoop your ass for free, mother sucker. Katt Williams is definitely top 10 comedians of all time and top 5 alive, but we all have to agree he's not the Katt Williams of 2005. Then he says, top 10 black comedians alive: 1, Eddie Murphy; 2, Chris Rock; 3, David Chappelle; 4, Katt Williams; 5, Martin Lawrence; 6, Kevin Hart; 7, Mike Epps; 8, Cedric; 9, Earthquake. And guess who 10 is? You beach mother sucker, LOL. Then he says, I'm confused. I'm African with a fake African accent. My accent has had me roasted every day in school and in comedy clubs in America. I wish I could get rid of it. Even my Philly accent is fake. I guess the only thing real about me is my beat. Then he says, never been booed ever, but I've watched Katt get booed in 2 cities. Cincy and I forgot the other city. The fucked up shit is Cincy is where he's from, and it's fucked up when your own city boos you. So that is what Michael Blackson had to say. And then as we all know, Katt Williams, he definitely had some shade for Faizon Love.
I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faizon liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faizon just called a straight.
Faizon said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faizon got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stuff?
And Faizon Love is finally responding. So Faizon Love took to social media and he posted this: the king is dead. And he's showing Katt Williams' new tour is on Groupon. He also posted this: holding boys hostage, Katt. And this is from TMZ. It says 911 call. Katt Williams won't let me leave. Then he also posted this: all my brothers and sisters were jealous of me because I was the only child. Something Katt might say. Now also there was another response that Faizon Love just posted as well. It's somebody doing some type of freestyle. So I'm going to go ahead and show y'all that too.
I be alive, say I never thought about giving up. They say they real, but when it's real, they be switching up. These niggas weak as fuck. Back end picking up, I'm popular now. Don't get it fucked up.
All right, so you guys just saw that clip. Faizon is definitely bothered. He's literally been posting every other hour on Katt Williams. Now, yesterday, Tiffany Haddish had replied back to him in the comment section, but today she was seen on stage replying back to Katt Williams because Katt Williams was definitely throwing shots at her and Kevin Hart. So I want y'all to watch those clips right here.
Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made... All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club.
LA, nigga. I've been doing shit. I was on That's So Raven. I was on all this shit. I did extra work. I was on all of the white people TV shows, the black people TV shows. I used to be on Dance 360. I've been out here. I've been telling jokes since 1996. 1996. This man said, oh, they wouldn't let her perform in the Comedy Store. That's true. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights in the Comedy Store, but I performed on all the black nights. They wouldn't let me perform on the white nights at the Improv, but I performed on all the black and Latino nights. And so the rest of my...
So now, let's go ahead and talk about the Joe Rogan situation, because Katt also called out Joe Rogan for pushing 6 unfunny comedians. So Joe Rogan is also responding back to Katt Williams, and this is what Joe Rogan had to say.
And that's how it was for Blue Comedy. If you were a comedian that cussed, you were ridiculed by the mainstream comedy geist. That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe got 6 comedians that never been funny. He want to push out. But that's really how it is.
Joe Rogan says, I love Katt. He's one of my favorite comics. I'd love to have him on. We talk about him all the time. If he's down, I'll make it happen. So a lot of people are saying Joe's just trying to ride, the coattails, because Katt Williams, we all know he doesn't interview like that. And I'm really glad that he chose to go on a black platform. And I think as of today, last time I checked, that interview was at 11 million. It might be at like 15 by now. But I think Joe Rogan is just trying to, take advantage of a viral moment. So, of course, he's going to want Katt Williams to come onto his, set and things like that, which makes sense. Katt Williams would definitely, help bring him views. Not saying that Joe Rogan doesn't get views, but, everybody wants to know what Katt Williams has to say next. So that was funny that Joe Rogan has not replied as well. So now on top of that, Kevin Hart has also replied back. So this is what Kevin Hart has to say as well.
That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Why?
Yes.
Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought.
You think you can do this shit? You think you can do this to me?
Kevin Hart says, gotta get that anger up out your champ. It's honestly sad. In the meantime, please enjoy my movie trailer to my next film, Lift, which will be dropping on Netflix in 8 days. There is a moment in the trailer where Gumma Gum Barthorall says they really love you. I now know she's talking about Katt. Mark your calendars, world. This one is special. So he posted that and people were lighting him up in his comments section. Somebody even said this, you wearing a dress in this one, Kevin? So a lot of people have been going in and giving their opinions towards these comics. We saw, you know, Trick Daddy's response. We've seen Ricky Smiley's. Well, now people are also pulling up an old interview from Brandon when he talked about them putting him in a dress. So that's going viral right now. People have found jokes that Steve Harvey stole from Katt Williams. People have also found clips of Mark Curry and him speaking on Steve Harvey. Hell, people even put together a montage of the 7 big-faced, light-skinned women that Katt Williams was talking about as well. What else? There's just so much. Ludacris also came out. If you guys remember, Katt Williams kind of called out Ludacris, and he also responded with a freestyle. Gary Owens has also come out. He's basically backing up Katt Williams. On top of that, people have put together montages of all the top Black comedians wearing dresses, along with Dave Chappelle basically talking about this years ago on Oprah Winfrey, confirming everything Katt Williams said. DC Curry is also talking about Friday After Next. Hell, even Ice Cube has come out. In the past 20 minutes, Ice Cube has dropped a 9-minute video talking about this whole situation on Club Shay Shay. Dion Cole done came out and he got something to say too. He basically has Katt Williams back. Lunel is playing crazy like she don't know what's going on. D-Ray came out, but he was really neutral. His response was kind of boring. Y'all can go search for it yourselves. But yeah, I mean, this is the interview that just keeps on giving. Like, everyone has something to say. So I want you guys to go ahead and watch this montage that I'm putting together. Check this out, and I will come back with my final commentary.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers got to wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. It's the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And huh? What? The prostitute? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. Huh. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny. What am I, Milton Berle? You know, we're going like this. And then finally he's like, and he leaves. And then, like, the director comes, Dave, it really would be great if you wear the dress. What is wrong? What is this, Brokeback Mountain in here? So then, wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. I want to wear this dress. You know what I mean? This is, oh, gosh, this guy's so difficult. They leave. Now the producers comes, come on, David, would be so great. I mean, and then I started thinking about it. All the comics that I've seen, man, you know, strong brothers, why they be putting us in these dresses? But the minute it was clear, I was adamant, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing the dress. All right, fine. Think of something else. Guy comes back 10 minutes later, the whole new scene. Hot damn, how did you write the scene so fast? You know, it's like, so you gotta take a stand.
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. You know, we get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House 2. I almost died. And I gotta read this script in front of all these good white people. Where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's how I got in this position. Catch her this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got.
You mentioned the dress. There's a big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Katt Williams. Katt Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress. You know,
he called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, you know, don't get in the dress. So the awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
Yeah. Was there like, how did they present that? Well, you knew right away you had to get in a dress.
I did the scene on Lottery Ticket.
Okay.
That scene on Lottery Ticket. After that, they were pushing his dress on me. It was something about that scene that touched a lot of people, and I think I was too real. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know what? Yeah, he might be a kid. Just put him in a dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that is not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. And no, not to hate your culture or your God. Mm-hmm. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, hey man, you thinking too much, man. You sit down, man. Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah. Is there any like
even with Martin, things went wrong when he did it too, because Martin is very anointed. Martin is a very strong man. And Dave Chappelle said that too. He says things about that too. And something, if you look at Martin's Arsenio Hall interviews, you look at him now, something's changed. You know? Yeah, well, Martin, I noticed that too. It's not a shot, but something's changed.
No, he definitely had like a lot of fire behind a lot of energy. He's got
similar to me.
He's gotten older, but I don't think he's gotten that old.
Eddie Murphy's old. He still has a fire to him too. I don't think it's an age thing. Yeah. I mean, my dad has a fire. He's almost.
You think maybe it was more of the business that kind of it took so much out of him?
Honestly, I think it's a spiritual thing, but everyone has their own journey. Mm-hmm. I can't say what it is. I don't know. I think, for me, I can only speak for my journey. Once I put the dress on and I had that fire was put out.
Yeah. And
I only did it one time. So imagine doing it 3 times, 4 times. But then Tyler Perry did it. He got stronger. I don't know the rules. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened to me. I'm not here to knock another brother because that's their path.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't do is knock my brothers because that's their path. But I'm saying my path, when I put on a dress, it came with a demon baby mama and a starter kit for hell. That's what happened to me. You haven't seen me since, to be honest. But then I feel stronger though.
Would you like warn other stand-up comedians about a dress?
Yeah, I had an interview too where I would do it. I would do it eloquently and say I wouldn't wear the dress if you're chosen. Some people can wear the dress; it doesn't affect them. But I don't know. For me, it didn't work. So I can say I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Just who wants to roll that dice?
Yeah, and as you look back on it now, you kind of would never.
If I had a time machine, we was with Marty McFly, I would go back, and punch myself in the chest.
Yeah, I seen an interview where you mentioned that same particular quote, if I can make a living without selling my soul. You said in 2016 in an interview with the journalist Katt Harvey. That's pretty big in terms of the conversations about selling your soul in Hollywood. Have you kind of witnessed things that you've seen others tend to lose themselves in this game?
I know some people now who would do anything to be famous. I know some people that are in the game that are moderately famous that would do anything to take it up another level. I know some people in Hollywood that are financially comfortable that would do anything to take it up a notch. I mean, you know, that's your prerogative, but you know.
Now you would do Friday. You know, we got Friday, next Friday, then Friday after next. Naturally, things kind of progressed, moved on. But was there a reason why we stopped seeing you in more movies? Did you kind of make a decision to kind of step away from Hollywood?
No, I was never offered a whole lot of movies. I was on Grace Under Fire for a year.
Okay.
Which was television, not movies. And, you know, I did some bit parts and other things with, you know, I was on Steve Harvey, guest appearance, Steve Harvey and Tracy Morgan show. But no offers came in movie-wise that I thought would be good for me to do and that I could, I hate to keep bringing it up, that I could tolerate in my soul. Now, I got offered some parts that I said, I can't do that. Even though it's acting, and then it would start messing with your mind. Why would they offer me a part like that so far away? What do you want me to be a woman for when you got black women actresses who are funny in Hollywood, been out there trying to make it, and you want to give me a part like that?
So they try to put you in a dress?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was kind of like, you know, you're going to bite this bullet and then you in. Well, you got the wrong nigga.
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it.
Never been Illuminati, only Illuminati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for likes.
You sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. And then he gets this high-top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business, and it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, okay, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. And Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract. Can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? Can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy because he has 7 TV shows.
See, the reason I stopped was because I 7 shows on TV all at once.
The only problem is when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost because Katt Williams said he was actually bald and that was a wig. And I went in and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story.
Please give it up for Steve Harvey one time. Give it up for Steve Harvey. He's an excellent comedian. One of the finest we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is some other shit. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on them motherfucking tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 goddamn minutes. That nigga should have talked about me the way I've been to talk about his bitch man. I'm the wrong nigga to fucking invite to a championship, my nigga. You did. You see that nigga had to take off that lace front high top fade before he came out here to battle me, goddamn. I plays no motherfucking game, Steve. I'm a little nigga, I fight dirty. You did. You did, baby. What the fuck is he thinking about? He trying to copy off me and bring that ugly ass, sparkly ass tie out with a regular black suit like he was going to a funeral. Yours, nigga, yours. I give a fuck. I give less than a fuck. Whatever less than a fuck is. You the one came out here and told jokes about if a bitch lick you on the left nipple, you buy that bitch a car. If that ain't the trickiest shit I ever heard. Bitch, you can suck my dick with the Holy Spirit in your mouth. I ain't buying your goddamn car. I ain't even gonna give you a ride. It's a generation gap.
Let me tell y'all about Mark Curry. He was one of the funniest comedians in the 90s that was blackballed. You feel me? He was hilarious. Katt Williams is giving him his flowers on Club Shay Shay. Y'all remember hanging with Mr. Cooper? It's on no streaming service, so people can't really watch it, but I believe it's on YouTube. It's not on Netflix, Tubi, HBO Max, none of that, but it was funny. Mark Curry also played Sergeant Easy on the Jamie Foxx show, one of the funniest episodes. That's actually one of my favorite episodes of that show that he was on. He was hilarious on there. You know what I'm saying? So Katt Williams was on Club Shay Shay, and you can tell that Katt Williams got love for him. He's giving him his flowers. You know, Steve Harvey stole his sauce. He stole Mark Curry's sauce. Don't y'all see the similarities? Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and even Mark Curry say this. He stole his whole idea on the Steve Harvey show. He don't like that show at all. And Steve Harvey, you know, is fake. Mark Curry says he's fake. Even to this day, Mark Curry say Steve Harvey still stealing his jokes. You know, they ran into Steve Harvey on the street, you know, and he talking about, man, Mark Curry need to grow up. I ain't been on stage since 2015, but man, I just want y'all to just realize, man, that no matter how funny you are, if Hollywood want to blackball you, you're getting blackballed. But Katt Williams still has a name, and I like how he giving him his flowers. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell that Mark Curry was a mentor to Katt Williams. You know, Katt Williams a real one for that. But watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper, one of the funniest shows and good shows of the night.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. Hey, kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell her. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know. You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. No, it wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. It was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Now, what is gas? $600 a damn gallon right now? I don't care how much money you got, gas is entirely too high. That's all I'm saying. You are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions. You just at the pump. Just, Negro, did I eat today? I can't get no half a tank. I got 6 cigarettes. I can't even do it. They done messed up the whole gas station experience. Used to be, if you had $10, $15, you could go to the gas station with confidence because you knew you was either going to be full or damn near full. If you had a 20, you ain't even talk to the person at the counter. You just 20 on 11, bitch. They done messed up the whole gas station experience. Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and set the clicker and look through your car and clean off the dashboard and look through your CDs and run in the store and get some Pringles and a Snapper and it'll still be pumping. Now if you put $15 in, you can't even turn around good for that son of a bitch click. As soon as you put it in, just click, click. There ain't no damn gas.
What's cracking? It's your homie Ice Cube. Just wanted to address a few things. You know, everybody been checking out the internet. My man Katt Williams. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago. So, you know, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, you know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, you know, Ricky Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. You know, all these guys I know are funny as hell. You know, I didn't discover them. You know, they were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that, you know, if I have an opportunity, I was going to give them an opportunity. You know, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, you know, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, you know, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Ricky did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, you know, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Katt, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him more to do because he was on point. When we shoot these movies, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing. We give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. Sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. When somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. We did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff is in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, a pimp that treats his woman, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, from the Joker Brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other 2 villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script. It was never, we would never ever show that. That's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So that was never a discussion. We, at that point in everybody's career, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor. We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it. But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies, on camera. And so, that was, to me, a little discrepancy there. Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. He was coming off the dome. He was coming prepared every day to steal the show. That was his mission. And, that's what he did, with the movie. And it launched his career, And I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of all the guys who've, come through, Acute Vision Production and went on to do bigger and better things. And look, a lot of people are talking about pay and how much they was paid on these movies that were extremely low budget. Most of these guys work a couple of days, and when you're doing a movie, there's over 100 people working on the movie that need to get paid. Most of them got to get paid every day. And there's pre-production and post-production. Even after you finish with the actors, you got to pay editors and sound people. And my movies are all about quality. So most of the money go up on the screen. I'm not giving you no bullshit. I'm not giving you no low budget, shit you can laugh at because it's so cheap. So, we try to put all the money on the screen. And so any actor that's mad at what they got paid, just look at what you was doing. Look at where your career was at the time. Take a look at where it is now. And Friday has something to do with that, I believe. And I put a lot of people in movies, but they ain't never put me in a movie. So you could take that for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? I've given a lot of these guys opportunities. And I still act, so I'm waiting for a call. I ain't got to produce everything or write everything. I got love for all the comedians that I've worked with. Got, much love for Katt. He spoke up for me a lot. And I just wanted to be clear and clarify some things. And shit, man. I hope y'all have a good 2024. Yeah.
And we always say, like, just be honest. Don't say something behind my back. Whether you like Katt or not, he's not going to talk behind your back. However he feels about you, that's how he feels about you. Now, he did say one thing. He talked about Ricky Smiley, and he talked about when Ricky Smiley went on Club Shay Shay, Shannon Sharp's podcast, which is a great podcast, especially for, I know I'm a white guy, but for my demographics, and I'll get into that in a minute, what Katt said about me, but for my demographics, Club Shay Shay, I'd rather go on Club Shay Shay than Joe Rogan. Even though, okay, I got to get into I got to unpack this podcast, because Katt made a comment where he said, why you think Gary Owen, who's a white guy, has been doing stand-up for 25 years, hasn't crossed over. And when he said it, I was like, wait a minute, was that a good thing or bad thing? And I literally had to go to Twitter and start asking people, was I catching strays or what was that? And they was like, no, they were saying you haven't sold your soul. That's why you haven't crossed over. You've been consistently you, and that's why you haven't, quote unquote, crossed over. So I was like, oh, okay, that made sense. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but I've been, I was in an awkward situation one time where I can't say for 100% this person was trying to make me do something, casting couch type deal, but it felt like it. And I was like, is this that point where I've always heard, would you suck a dick for $1 million? And I was thinking to myself, and I was in this office in this room going, well, I'm about to answer this question. And the answer was no, I wouldn't. So now I listen, I can't say for 100% that's where it was going, but it felt like it. It felt like it. You got to be in the room to feel it. And I was like, oh, this dude is really coming on to me. Like, this is happening in real life. And the dude did it, and he'll always remain nameless. I think he was feeling me out. Like, is this dude? And this was years ago. I was young in the game, but I was just like, wait a minute, is this happening right now? I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, I made sure I made it very clear I like women. I'm not going that route. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm not gonna get into it, but I was wondering. I was like, ooh, is this happening to me right now in real life? So I think Katt was saying I haven't sold my soul, and that's why I haven't crossed over.
Yo, I was just sitting here thinking, and do me a favor. Anybody that do interviews, or anybody know him, Katt Williams, if you're ever around him, ask him, how much money has he given away? Just given away. Like, just ask him that. Just be like, how much money have you given away? If you're around him, if you're interviewing him, just ask him. Because it has to be insane. Katt is one of the most generous people that you ever gonna meet. And a lot of people don't know that. He don't get a lot of press and love for that. One of the most generous ever. He's had to have given away, I don't even know the number. It has to be crazy. Because there's a lot of people with stories about him giving money to. Case in point, I remember I was at the Comedy Store performing one night, got off stage. And this was like early on, before really a whole bunch of stuff was happening.
for me. I get off stage and everybody like, man, good set, good set, good set. So many people saying that. Some girl came and put something in my hand and said, good set, but I didn't see her. I just heard her, and she walked off. And I thought it was like a phone number in my hand. And when everybody walked away and stuff, I looked in my hand, and it was $1,000. And then I looked out in the audience trying to find the girl, and I'm like, man, I can't remember her face, and I couldn't see her, and I was just like, who gave me $1,000? But anyway, I just was like, wow. And later on, about a month later, somebody told me that happened to them, and they said Katt Williams was in the audience. And I put two and two together and was like, wow, he did that to me then. He never tell you, he never makes it known or any of that. So if you're ever around him, ask him. If you're ever around him, ask him, how much money have you just given away? And I bet
All right, so y'all just saw those clips. Like I said, Katt Williams has definitely ruffled feathers. He has comedians literally running to Art of Dialogue and other platforms to speak, as Kevin Hart responding. Steve Harvey hasn't said anything yet. People are definitely waiting for Steve Harvey. We know Cedric the Entertainer said something the other day. So this entire situation with Katt Williams is crazy. Like I said, I love the interview. So many gems, so many one-liners, and I'm here for it. I'm here for him, exposing the bullshit in the industry. So once again, I look forward to reading y'all's comments. Please go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Katt Williams saga. What do y'all think about all of this? Make sure you guys like this video. Feel free to share the video. Most importantly, make sure you still subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.